Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of New Bern where Beary Merry Christmas is going to be kicking off, and it's going to happen soon. It is right around the corner, November 28th to be exact. Now all of the holiday magic again kicks off coming up not this Friday but next Friday, November 28th, with Santa's arrival and the community tree lighting. Now events continue throughout December and include Santa's House and Midweek Magic Nights, which are every Wednesday through December. There will also be the iconic live window displays on Friday the 12th. I am very excited for that. I will be a judge walking around, so if you want to come hang out with me in New Bern and take in the amazing live window displays, please feel free to join me again Friday, December 12th in the evenings. Now, for a full schedule of events, you can follow a link on our website, WITN.com. Now, we also want to turn our attention to the Epstein bill, as it's now being dubbed, as it is now passed the House, the Senate earlier this morning, and is now heading to the desk of President Trump. NBC's Julie Serskin has more.
The Epstein transparency bill is in President Trump's hands now.
Under the previous order, the bill is considered read 3 times and passed, and the motion to reconsider is considered.
The bill raced through Congress yesterday after months of resistance from the White House. It's expected to force the Department of Justice to release all its documents on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Now the president just needs to sign it into law, which White House officials say he will do today at some point. House Speaker Mike Johnson not happy that this version made it to the president.
It needed amendments. I just spoke to the president about that. We'll see what happens.
Once the Epstein Act is law, the Justice Department will have 30 days to make all files public. Attorney General Pam Bondi saying today the DOJ wants maximum transparency.
We have released over 33,000 Epstein documents to the Hill, and we'll continue to follow the law.
So what files will be released? Well, victims' names will be redacted, and any documents dealing with an open investigation may be held back, which could include the new inquiries that began last week after President Trump directed Bondi to look into prominent Democrats.
New information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law, to investigate any leads.
But that's a contradiction from last summer when Bondi wrote that a review of the files found no new information. President Trump has not been accused of any wrongdoing related to Epstein, but in documents and emails released by the House Oversight Committee, Epstein discusses the president and claims Trump knew about the girls. Congressman Thomas Massie, he's one of the leaders behind the bipartisan Epstein Transparency Act. He told me he believes the Department of Justice may use ongoing investigations to keep them from releasing some of those Epstein files. In Washington, Julie Serkin, NBC News.
Thank you very much, Julie, for that report. We now want to turn to your weather forecast. Today, we started out with some rain showers across parts of eastern North Carolina. We have since waved goodbye to a lot of the raindrops, but the cloud cover remains. And that cloud cover will help keep air temperatures from getting too cool tonight. Still looking again at some light drops still kind of lingering around Hyde County and around the Outer Banks. But again, coming up for tomorrow, a lot of these raindrops are going to be drying up. Right now, we can we can clearly see the back edge of the clouds over Grifton. 72-degree air temperature comes with a northerly breeze at 10 miles per hour. Dew points have come down a little bit from earlier this morning, but still, again, looking at a relatively, judging by the time of year, a relatively humid air mass. Now, the higher we can get that humidity, the more rain we will squeeze out of the atmosphere. Coming up Saturday morning, that's our next system that's set to roll through eastern North Carolina. We'll start to see cloud cover associated with that system arrive on Friday. Now, for now, we're looking at a northeasterly breeze blowing in at around 5 to 10 miles per hour for inland areas, some areas even lighter than that. Whereas once you get closer to the water, you're looking at more of a 7 to 12 mile per hour breeze. Let's zoom the picture out a little bit further and you can see exactly what we've got on the way. Still a fairly quiet pattern for eastern North Carolina. We do have, again, a chance of rain coming in more so Saturday morning to Saturday afternoon. But even by Friday morning, some areas could see a few showers come in. Not looking at widespread rain Friday morning. There you can see just that kind of small little cluster of rain there at the very tip of that warm front. That'll get pushed through eastern North Carolina again early Friday morning, between around Friday at 9 a.m. to around Friday at noon. There will again be a lot of that rain working its way off the coast, but then it'll be backed up by heavier showers showing up Saturday morning into Saturday evening. For now, it's looking like Saturday is going to be the wettest day over the next 8 days. However, we do have more rain showers set to arrive on Wednesday. That is good news for us. We need the drops. Obviously, anybody participating in any Turkey Bowl football ahead of the Thanksgiving feast, probably not thrilled to see the rain showers coming down. But then again, let's be honest, if you're planning a Turkey Bowl, getting muddy is half the fun. Anyways, that's all we have time for today's 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up tomorrow morning at 7:10 a.m. with Jim and Gigi. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.